If you're looking for a lender who can give you an emergency loan without asking too many questions, here is a review I really want you to pay attention to. Number 9, we have Upstart. Our score, 8.4 over 10. The cool thing about Upstart is that not only are they very generous, like they give you $1,000 to $50,000, and you can get your funds real quick. So within 18 hours to 3 days. So you have 18 hours to 72 hours. Fantastic, okay? And the APR is kind of cool too. They're not trying to kill you with their APR. They have a 5.4% to 36%, okay? Minimum credit score to kind of qualify you. You are talking about 580, boss. And in some cases, even if you have, like, let's say 540 or 550, they'll still will take care of you. But hey, what we love about Upstart is the generosity. You're looking at what? Looking at $1,000 to $50,000. Fantastic. And if you're making like minimum $12,000 a year in terms of income, this is great. Okay, we're talking about gross income here. That's about $1,000 a month. Okay, really good. And overall, this is a great loan. And the cool thing, even better, they actually have a soft credit check, so they're not going to look at they're not doing a hard pull right away. So we love them a lot. So Upstart, 8.4 over 10. Number 8, we have Upgrade. Our score, 8.6 over 10. And Upgrade is another lender who actually will work with you. And even if you have less than seller credit, even if you want your cash real quick, if you make around $14,000 a year, they'll take care of you too. Okay, you can get a loan up to $35,000, and they can actually fund your loan within 1 day. Okay, as long as you are clear, you can clear verifications real fast, you are good to go. So we have the fixed APR here is kind of decent too. You have 8.49 to 35.97%. Minimum credit score 550 to 600. One thing we love about Upgrade is that they actually look at a constellation of factors to sort of qualify you. Okay, and they'll give you an emergency loan. Not a problem. Even if you have bad credit, not a problem. So they're pretty good, okay? And they also do a soft credit check. So at first, you can see whether you're pre-qualified or not. So you're not really risking to have a dip in your credit score right off the bat. Upgrade, 8.6 over 10. Number 7, we have here Universal Credit. Our score, 8.8 over 10. By the way, welcome back to the show. It's really a pleasure to have you here. We love having this kind of conversations every now and then, and where we really talk about important topics. So welcome back to the show. And also, I want to remind you of today's topic. We're talking about the fastest emergency loan lenders. They don't ask too many questions, okay? Folks will give you the cash real quick, not asking too many questions. So when you think about Universal Credit, you have a lender who actually is asking for 560 minimum credit score, okay? And if you're making like about $10,000 a year in gross income, they'll actually will accept you. The APR, I just said it, 12% to 36%. The loan amount here, you are looking at $1,000 to $50,000. This is really good. So they are very generous, okay? And you can get your cash within 1 day. So once you're approved, you get approved, you get your cash 1 day, within 1 day. This is really good. And they even Universal Credit, they have like auto pay. So if you actually link your bank account to their system, whatever, they'll give you 0.25% off the APR. Okay, this is really cool. And in some cases, depending on your state, you can have a hard pull or a soft pull right off the bat. So fantastic. Number 6, we have here Lightstream. Our score, 9 over 10. So if you need a larger personal loan, Lightstream could be a good option because Lightstream is very, very generous. Can you imagine? They actually can get you an emergency loan that goes all the way to $100,000. Okay, and you can fund this loan within the same day if you actually have all the paperwork. This is really cool. And we're talking about APR that goes from 6% to 24%, and the minimum credit score goes from 600 to 700. Now, the reason is that Livestream is affiliated, is actually a subsidiary of Truist. So you're talking about a lender, a fintech lender that is linked to a big national bank, okay, or regional bank for that matter. But hey, listen, it is what it is, and they actually have a soft credit check depending on the state you're applying from. And the cool thing is that if you are looking at, let's say, if you're making like about $12,000 gross income, they'll take care of you, not a problem. Number 5, we have a Landing Point. Our score 9.1 over 10. We love Landing Point also. A Landing Point is kind of cool. You can actually borrow up to $36,000 with them. Okay, this is really good. And you can actually have funding within the same day. And this is actually one of the best emergency loan lenders. Even if you have bad credit, they will take care of you. So minimum credit score here, you are looking at 500 to 600. And so the loan amount here, we have 2,000 all the way to 36,500. So this is really good. Now, minimum income, they want you to make at least $18,000 to $20,000 a year in gross income. Okay, so that's before taxes. But this is a great loan, so we love them a lot. So Landing Point, our score 9.1 over 10. Number 4, we have Discover. Our score 9.3 over 10. So Discover actually offers several types of emergency financial products, financial loans, okay? And they have personal loans that range from $2,500 to $35,000. And so with the Discover personal loan, you can actually get your cash as soon as the next business day after acceptance. In some cases, you can get your cash like within 14 hours. 14 hours, that's maximum. And the APR is the APR is really, really good. You are looking at 7% to 25%. We love that a lot. In terms of a minimum credit score, Discover will take care of you. They'll accept your application if you have like a 600 to 660. We have seen people get approved with Discover. If with Discover personal loan, when they had like a APR around 560, 565. So they're kind of flexible sometimes. It really depends on what you're looking at. So loan amounts 2,500 to 35,000, or in some cases 40,000. Again, it depends on the state you are actually applying from. And with Discover, you have a soft credit check, so you're not actually you're not trying to decimate your credit score right off the bat. So we love that a lot. Okay, this is really cool. So in terms of income, like if you're making $12,000 minimum, Discover will take care of you. Fantastic. Number 3, we have Best Egg. Our score 9.5 over 10. With Best Egg, the cool thing is you are getting like maximum $50,000. Think about that. Okay, and you can get your cash within 18 hours to 72 hours. So we're looking at less than a day, all the way to 3 days. Okay, so once they actually proceed with the verification, and they're comfortable that you actually are for real, and all the info that you actually give them, all that information sort of checks out, you are good to go. Okay, the APR here, you're looking at 9% to 36%. So we really love that a lot. And the credit score 600. Best Egg is not really asking you a lot. Like, they don't ask a lot of questions. They just give you the cash ASAP. Loan amount $2,000 to $50,000. Okay, and one thing we love it about Best Egg is they all have a soft credit check. So Best Egg does have a soft credit check. So you are really, you are in good hands in terms of income minimum. They want you to make $10,000. That's the gross income per year. So that's the minimum you have to make for them to accept you. So this is kind of cool. We like that a lot. And one thing I want to say here, and this is really important, is that Best Egg really funds real fast, real fast. They will fund you real fast. By the way, I want to quickly remind you, boss, that we are having a conversation about today's topic, the fastest emergency loan lenders. They don't ask too many questions. Okay, they'll approve you real fast. And the next one I want to share with you is Axos Bank. Our score 9.6 over 10. So when you talk about Axos Bank, you're looking at personal loans for up to $50,000 with funding as soon as 12 hours to the next business day if you are approved. So to qualify for a personal loan with Access, you generally need, let's say, more than fair. Like their credit score, it goes from 650 to 800. Okay, but the good thing is that they have very good rates. With Access, man, you are looking at 7.99% to 15.19%. This is really good. Okay, and the loan amount $5,000 to $50,000. Now, their loan minimum is kind of high, so because if you're looking for, let's say, you just want to get $2,000 and just get out of here, you can't really go to Access because their minimum is $5,000. Okay, but hey, listen, it is what it is, and they actually so in terms of loan amounts, yeah, I said it, $5,000 to $50,000, and you are looking at the minimum income for them to qualify you. You're looking at $12,000 gross income. So this is yeah, it is what it is. Number one, the best of the best in our view when it comes to emergency loan lenders that approve real fast. You are looking at Avant. Our score 9.8 over 10. So with Avant, you could actually get up to $35,000. So let's say so the delta, the range here is $2,000 to $35,000. Okay, and they'll actually will accept you if you have a minimum credit score of 550. So this is really good. And in terms of APR, they're kind of decent too, not trying to kill you with their APR. So you have like a 10,000 to 36,000%, not thousand, 10% to 36%. Okay, and so this is kind of cool. So they will fund you within the next business day, even if you. So that's $35,000. And one thing I want to say here is that if you're making like $12,000 income minimum gross, they'll take care of you. The only problem is that Avant is not available in 5 or 6 states. Okay, so 6 states to be more precise. So that's Hawaii, Vermont, Massachusetts, Maine, New York, and West Virginia. So if you are in those states, you are out of luck. But overall, this is a great lender. They don't ask a lot of questions. They just accept your application, you know, as soon as you have all the paperwork. But yeah, this is just fantastic. Let me talk to you about the steps you need to actually take if you want to qualify for an emergency loan. Okay, the emergency loan that doesn't ask a lot of questions, because that's really the whole thing. We don't want to ask a lot of questions, just get the job done. So if you want to qualify for this kind of loan, you don't need a lot. You just need to have a credit profile that is interesting. See, the thing is that your credit score becomes very important. So make sure that you don't take out new credits before. I mean, it's an emergency, so you have no way to sort of predict that. But what I'm trying to say is, in general, if you want to qualify without like too many questions, make sure you want to keep your credit card balances low and trying to make any existing loan payments on time. Okay, it's all about just like showing a positive or sort of an attractive image to the lender. Okay, and if you do that, it doesn't matter whether you have a credit score of 550. It's not really a problem. Just make sure that you have some income. You gotta have stable income though. I'm not talking about having a full-time job necessarily. You can have a part-time, a series of gigs here and there. You know, you're just trying to hustle. This is good, but make sure that overall, when we talk about your income, you're having $10,000 gross minimum gross to sort of qualify for most emergency loan lenders that don't ask too many questions. Let me give you a few pro tips before we actually proceed into this conversation. See, the thing is, when you actually, if you're looking for an emergency loan right now, I want to make sure that you get it straight. You got to understand the use of loan proceeds that lenders are comfortable with, because there are some use of loan proceeds that lenders don't want to hear about. Like, because see, you have to understand, when we talk about loans in general, there are regulations, there are standards. You know that you have AML, anti-money laundering. So the federal government and the state government, they're paying attention to, you know, how money is circulating in the economy. So lenders are very careful about giving loans to people who have not clearly explained what they need the cash for. So you can use an emergency loan for a lot of things, you know, to kind of take care of medical bills, dental costs, for example, right? We're talking about car repairs. This is really cool too. So if you're having a problem with your car, hey, listen, you can take care of that. Are you struggling with rent or mortgage payments? You can get a loan to sort of take care of that if you can. okay, utility payments, funeral expenses. So those are emergency loans, like those are emergency expenses that will actually trigger you to take out a loan, okay? And if you are in a situation where you have to compare and contrast emergency loan lenders before making a decision, let me give you a few pointers. You gotta look at eligibility requirements. Are they trying to bother you? Are they very complicated in terms of eligibility requirements? What is the loan amount, boss? Those are things you have to compare. And what is the interest rate? Are they trying to kill you with a very very high APR or what? And what are the repayment terms? Okay, what is the time to fund? Because see, when we're talking about emergency, we ain't got no time to talk here. So they got to fund you real fast. So think about that, okay? Because see, when we talk about an emergency loan, we are actually looking at two things: a lender who is actually funding you real fast, and number two, a lender who's not asking a lot of questions. Because some lenders, they ask too many questions. And you also need to look for a lender who actually has a soft credit pull, so you don't really lose like 10 or 5 points when they do a hard pull right off the bat. So this is really cool. Here is a bonus for you, boss. And if you want to apply for an emergency loan real fast and get approved the same day, like within 14 hours or 18 hours, and it's really important to shop around and compare and contrast lenders. Okay, don't you actually go for the first lender and just apply right away. You might actually get better loans and better terms and conditions elsewhere. So what you want to do is you want to use a website that allows you to shop for lenders. So instead of actually going to each lender's website, what you can do is you can actually watch shows like this to sort of have a clear idea about the best of the best when it comes to emergency loans out there, right? Or you can try to really ask yourself, okay, I got to go to those platforms, those websites that aggregates. They're called loan aggregators, and they actually will compare and contrast their lenders for you. And you have to pick so after comparing lenders, you have to pick your loan options, fill out the application. Always make sure that you have a soft credit check process in place, okay? Don't let them actually sort of get you to apply right away. No, you want to have a pre-approval phase where you see how much you could get based on your information. And if you like the numbers you've seen on the screen after going through the pre-qual process, then fill out the real application, after which they'll do a hard pull. And if you are approved, you get your funds real quick, okay? And it's really important to understand that, out there you have other loans, other lenders, what we call lenders who are a little, I would say, I'm not going to say they're bad agents, because, hey, listen, they are part of the economy, but hey, they also have, they don't have not so good terms. Let me call it that way. They don't have not so good terms and conditions. Okay. I am speaking about payday loans. I am speaking about pawn shop loans. I'm speaking about car title loans. Okay. They're not really, they shouldn't be your first bet. Okay. And remember, when we talk about emergency loans, you can have alternatives. You can have alternatives to emergency loans. You can get loans from credit unions. You can have 0% APR credit cards. You can have a payment plan or hardship options. You can have help from family or friends, okay? You can look for a paycheck advance. You can look for a personal line of credit. Or you can try to build an emergency fund right now so that you are able to, counter these things from happening in the future, okay? Because the whole thing is you need to understand your expenses and budget. And you need to have a savings account to which you make regular contributions, okay? So that you are really, really building a nest egg little by little. It doesn't matter if the contributions are small. What matters here, boss, is the consistency. Very important. Consistency is going to win the game for you. So before we actually do a recap here, I wanted to acquaint you with our emergency loan evaluation approach. We do have a solid system on this show when it comes to evaluating, categorizing, and listing emergency loans that actually don't ask too many questions, but actually close real fast. So check this out. right, let's quickly do a recap here. So number one, we have Avant. Our score 9.8 over 10. Number two, we have Axis Bank, 9.6 over 10. Number three, we have Best Egg, 9.5 over 10. Number four, we have Discover, 9.3 over 10. Number five, we have a Landing Point, 9.1 over 10. Number six, we have Lightstream. Our score 9 over 10. Number seven, we have Universal Credit. Our score 8.8 over 10. Number eight, we have Upgrade, 8.6 over 10. Number nine, we have here Upstart, 8.4 over 10. Thank you. God bless you. I will see you next time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.